Thank you, Gustav. Moving on, dear all, our next segment is a keynote address by Dr. Mario Schmidt, Managing Director, Lingel Windows and Doors Technologies Private Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Dr. Schmidt.
Can we have the applause running while he comes on stage?
Hello, hello. Very good morning, everyone, and thank you for having me over here. And when I see 10 o'clock an event is going to start, I belong to Delhi. Impossible in Delhi. And seeing here at 9:45, 10 o'clock, 10:15, Mumbai discipline of being precise, being on time. Please clap your hands for yourself. I'm super, super happy that at the time of 10:30, the event has already started. The audience is fully packed. Thank you to D&B team. You have really, really made a great job, and I'm really happy of being a part over here. Let's start. We as a company, we are actually seen as an industry that those who are spending, utilizing, or misusing energy, spoiling at times the environment, and creating, of course, a large carbon footprint, as well as we are responsible for the heat loss in the buildings where more electricity consumption is needed for the country. And today, in my 10 minutes, I want to show you what an industry can actually do. For us, we are here in India since the last, I would say, almost 17 years. Myself, I'm completing my 17th year in the country, and I've seen a lot of sustainable movements. I've seen a lot of development in the country, but I also see a lot of ways to go, far way to go, to implement things, to make things better, especially for the expected growth. The country is confirmed going to witness that things are going in line while not harming the nature. And important in today's topic is one sentence: held people to account. I can talk a lot, I can promise a lot, and I can justify myself a lot, but in the word of governance, I'm responsible. I'm a responsible leader, and what I always say, everyone has to face the mirror in the morning, and how have I done my job? What the introduction was made, that it's not just only about the profitability of the company, it is the entire micro chain, the macro chain, so that overall whatever is connected is going in line with our nature and is going to go in the right direction. And skylight of Mumbai, and yes, what we see in our product, huge impact of sun heat. It is going to heat up. This is an example for cars. When you park a car in a hot summer, then the car temperature inside is going to raise up to or more than 60 degrees. We know, of course, where India is located, and Mumbai, of course, here is a sea-face climate, but in a place like Delhi or Rajasthan, where I belong to, it is huge. But even in Mumbai, we know that a lot of air conditionings are running. Unfortunately, it isn't really visible over here, but maybe you can see it. The energy loss through my product, doors and window, is 25%. And therefore, it is the responsibility of all the stakeholders of the industry, starting from the planning, architect, awareness to customer and the industry, to announce it and to make it in the right way, showing especially this. These are the air conditioner market size and the expectation of growth. And when we know this is only the sales in terms of numbers, average life in air conditioner is also 5, 10 years maybe, then we know how many air conditioners are actually really, really running. And when we see the forecast where the country has to go, and everyone deserves to be in an environment where I can pleasantly stay, but then for all of us, it is very important to create it in a way that we are not really, really harming the environment. And what we see over here, that 50% of the entire cooling, whatever is there from the air cooler to the chiller, will go on the electricity bill only for air conditioning. And this is where the product, what we are producing, can play a major role. Everything starts with the architecture as well already. When the sun doesn't hit the glazing in the window, the heat impact is already reduced by 75%. And this is always what I'll explain, and when I talk at forums and to architects, Large balconies are, of course, a good way of protecting it already. But at those places where at times it is not done, then a problem is there. Then from the traditional architecture, one architect, Kashyap, this picture I took at the New Delhi University of Architecture, so that when we avoid in making this kind of overlapping, sun is not hitting, light is going to come in, and then at the same time, my room is not getting heated up. We can always learn from the traditional architecture, the way it was made, so that on top I have my canopy. Here, whatever is there in the shadow, my glazing is there. And on the bottom, I have a solid panel, so that wherever the light, the heat impact is going to come, it is getting cut off. And when I say, hey, this is just the old, I want to have something new, even in today's new age, modern architecture, with this kind of arrangements, these canopies can deliver, I can reduce the impact of heat. And what the new fenestration systems are giving is that the new window generations are actually really locked like a refrigerator. This slide I'm using honestly since the year 2012, since we started actively participating and promoting these green and sustainable initiatives. The new generation of windows have these gaskets. And my question always to the audience, I'm going to sell you this refrigerator at half of the cost, but my refrigerator will not have a gasket, you're not going to buy it. But in a window today, till date, most of the traditional made windows don't have the ceiling so that my room is getting cold and I have a lot of air leakage which goes through the gaps between the frame and the section where technology is already there. Then what the industry has done in terms of developing better framing material, in a typical aluminium window, I have a heat loss of 7. When I have an aluminium with a thermal break, which is unfortunately till date not standard in the country, my heat loss from 7 reduces to 1.3 to 2.5. I would say in India as of now we can reach maybe 2.5. And for UPVC windows, 0.8 to 1.8, where in India may we reach at 1.5 from 7. Also we have the technology, it is the customer awareness, it is the amount which I may going to pay extra, but this much of a huge saving is there, and especially also then, of course, glass, 75%, 80%, a part of the entire area plays a major role, and whenever I can't 100% take out that the sunlight is not hitting, I have the chance from a single glass to a double glass to an insulated glass, and where at times I have a lot of debates with the glass industry itself, where they are saying you need the performance glasses, which are cutting out the heat, but everyone in the audience will agree with me that you are utilizing your air conditioning at night. Sure? Yes. Normally, yes, right? So at night, I don't have a sunlight. So that's why this U factor is a very crucial factor in reducing your energy loss, especially at night time where the air conditioning are running. And here, once again, to show you that for a framing, when it is not sealed, the energy loss is 7. With a sealed system, around 1.3 to 2.5. Glazing, I can come down maybe to 2.6, 2.7. But still, when I have a brick wall, automatically I come down to 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. Also there with the modern architecture, we really have to think about the wall-window ratio. Of course, in the modern architecture, we love the glazings across, but especially in west and south-facing areas, this is something where we need to push the government that things are coming in place, that for those areas there should be a wall-window ratio which is less than 50%, which is usually more than sufficient to get sufficient light in the building, and at the same time is going to give a lot of energy saving towards the building. But still, the best product you do, what you make, you still have an impact you are creating, and carbon neutral is almost impossible. That's why what we have made a study, or the industry has made a study with a University of Barcelona, and they have changed different building material. What is the complete carbon footprint throughout the entire lifetime of a window, from the making the raw material, transportation, fabrication, maintenance, till the recycling, and then they reach to a window size of around 4 feet by 4 feet, 741 kg for new PVC windows, CO2 gas, aluminium 3 times almost 1900, and in wood is around 900. So now what we made as Lingel, we made the formula, checked up with what this slide was about, that we have NGOs who are having tree planting initiatives. And whatever carbon footprint is created, we have the chance together with our customers that a very nominal donation is made to make an equally amount of tree planting against your purchase of windows. And this is how every quotation is generated in Lingel. This is the carbon footprint, 37 kg per square feet of window area. And then this is the amount what needs to be donated. And for this proposal, it was like a pre-tax 43 lakh, large building, only 23,000 rupees. 0.1% should be worth enough to spend. But here, once again, we support this. In Europe, this initiative is also going on, that especially on food items, the carbon footprint should be actually written. This is a less amount, which I can do. I plant so many trees, worth 23,000 rupees, so that throughout the storage of carbon dioxide, my entire purchase on the window product is becoming carbon neutral. One point, of course, this is a certificate from Germany, same product chain, same system we are running in India as well, where with our suppliers and the other one who are there on the recycling chain are taking the waste material back. And then in the end of the year, I'm going to get a certificate, and in Lingel, Germany in 21, we gave UPVC waste back to the value chain, and we have saved 96 tons of CO2, which was not needed because recycled product could be used, could be reused, and the planet could be saved from 96 tons of carbon dioxide, which had been just blown into the atmosphere. Also various things where we have to come in, that we should show what is your impact, showing opportunities, how to wave it off, and from the recycling management, that almost everything is going to go back into a value chain. My time is over, my presentation is over. Thank you so much for coming over here, and have a wonderful day with the various panels which are going to start. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Schmidt, for a thought-provoking session. Thank you once again.
Dr. Schmidt,
Can we request you to stay back, please?
can we just have you back on stage for a little while longer? May I request Mr. Vipul Oberoi to present a small token of appreciation from our side. It's a gift certificate of trees in association with Grow Trees. We have planted a tree in your name in the Harda district of Madhya Pradesh.